This video and others like it are funded by viewers like you. Thanks for your support. Just back in town from DC and reading the news, and it ain't good. It ain't good, but it is the news and you need to know. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
You're watching DC Born Rob, Erasing Borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC Born Rob, Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. Again, I have multiple stories, and after reading them and sanitizing them and reducing them, it's just overall, it's just not good news. It's not good for travelers there. I mean, the mayor is not, it's not looking good. But let me jump into these stories. I think I have 5, maybe 6. Stay to the end. They are pretty good stories, but it's the news. Again, the news is not pretty all the time. And if you don't want to see the news, then you might as well change the channel right now. I'll watch you at whatever, 52 seconds. Go ahead and click out. But anyway, for those who want to stick around and know what's going on, let's jump into this first story. In Medellin, 2 Americans found expired this Sunday in Medellin. In 2 apparently unrelated cases, 2 American citizens were found expired this Sunday in the city of Medellin. The first case reported was that of Joseph Vintensky, 60 years old. Administrative staff at the Boston Park Hotel informed authorities that they found a man without vital signs lying on the bed in his room. The body showed no signs of violence. The second case is that of Douglas John Jacobs, 63 years old. According to building security personnel, the lady in charge of cleaning heard a faucet running and asked the building administration to open the apartment, since she could not see or establish communication with the man. Once they entered, they found the body, which also had no signs of violence. With these 2 new cases, there are now 26 cases of foreigners expired in the city of Medellin this year. The causes of their passings are diverse. 5 of them were self-inflicted. Another passed in a fight, another in an accident, but in most cases, the causes remain to be established, although health complications are suspected due to diseases such as hypertension and diabetes or heart problems in relation to the consumption of illicit substances for stimulation. Some of these stories, again, you just got to figure them out, guys. Again, if there's no commercials in this video, I just decided to go ahead and post without waiting 1 day, 2 days, 3 days to get the news out. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. I just need to get caught up, and I think you need to know what's going on before you head on down. Immigration authorities denied 2 American citizens entry into the country through the Jose Maria Cordova Airport over the weekend. The Colombian authorities carried out investigative work in the company of the United States government. Medellin Colombia denied the entry of 2 men with American nationality who intended to enter the country through the Jose Maria Cordova Airport in Rio Negro. This was done through joint work with the United States government, who used the Angel Watch Alert, a system that regulates the movements of suspected PDF files who leave their territory. In one case, the mayor of Medellin, Federico Gutierrez, spoke about on his X account, exalting this prevention work against people who possibly enter the city and engage in tourism. In Medellin, all of those who come with the framework of responsible tourism are welcome, but not those who come to exploit our young ones, adolescents, or our women, says the mayor. Next up, Brazilian citizens were victims of robbery in Medellin. In Medellin, 2 Brazilian citizens were robbed by a woman who deceived them through the Tinder app. During their vacation, she seduced them, and after a chat and drinks, stole their cell phones, cash, cards, and passports. The victims filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, but did not contact the National Police immediately. Brigadier General Oscar Andres Lampera mentioned that the woman might have used scopolamine to incapacitate them. Manuel Villa, the Secretary of Security in Medellin, emphasized the importance of reporting such incidents to the police and highlighted ongoing efforts to ensure tourism safety in popular areas. Authorities are currently searching for the suspect. Okay, next up, news from MDE Airport regarding travel from the airport to the city. 2 Canadian tourists were charged nearly 3 million pesos under an Uber driver for a trip to Jose Maria Cordova Airport in Rio Negro after the Core Tomorrowland event in Medellin. Initially, the driver gained their trust with a previous trip by exchanging contact information. On their return trip, which included a detour through Comuna 13, the driver presented them with an exorbitant bill. This incident is part of a larger pattern of overcharging tourists in Antioquia, similar to the cases in Cartagena. Another notable incident involved a restaurant in Barquilleres where a group was charged over 6 million pesos for dinner. Additionally, a Mexican tourist in Cartagena was scammed during a currency exchange, receiving only 40 mil pesos for 100 US dollars, instead of the correct amount, which is nearly 400 mil pesos. These incidents highlight ongoing issues with tourism in Colombia, raising concerns about the economic impact and the reputation of cities like Medellin and Cartagena. Okay, next up. In Medellin, 5 foreigners have passed by jumping this year, with illicit consumption being a contributing factor. This most recent case involves 67-year-old Swiss photographer Jean-Oliver Curti, who jumped from the 17th floor of a hotel in El Poblado neighborhood. His room contained medications and other illicit substances. Medellin authorities, including Mayor Federico Gutierrez, are working to improve tourist safety, regulate illicit activities, and address mental health issues. The city has seen a rise in tourism with over 1.2 million visitors last year and aims to ensure their well-being. Okay, again, I say it's just there's just no good stories. There's no burgers, there's no festivals. This is just the major news, and unfortunately, again, it's not good. Again, if you don't want to hear it, click again. There's your chance to leave. But if you want to know, I'm going to jump to the next story, which says an Australian citizen identified as C. Hardy was expelled from Colombia for suspected involvement in acts of exploitation in Medellin. The expulsion followed an alert from the mayor of Medellin's office and occurred in the Santa Marta when Hardy arrived from Amsterdam. During an inspection, Colombian immigration agents found and seized psychoactive substances in his luggage. This case adds to the 100 incidences of foreigners detained for similar crimes in Medellin. In response to such issues, Mayor Federico Gutierrez has implemented a 6-month ban on the supply and demand of services in specific areas in the city, effective as of April 1st. The measures also include restricting movement of young ones in designated areas from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless accompanied by their parents. These actions aim to protect minors and improve the city's reputation by eradicating exploitation. So there you go. You're up to date with the latest. Again, I told you they weren't good. And this is just me coming back today and reading the news and saying, man. So if you are involved in these sicko type crimes, they're coming for you. Like they say, we are watching. So I'm all for that. If they can snatch you up, whatever they can do. But the only thing I don't get is if they snatch you up at the airport and don't allow you in, do they just let you go back home? If you a sicko, you should be dealt with. So if you got that record, I don't know. I'm not saying let them come in and watch them, but I mean, they need to figure out a way to eradicate it from the other side. Don't just let them come and stop them at the border and say, you can't come in because you're a sicko. Deal with the sicko like they deal with them. Just my 2 cents. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Maury. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.